Good afternoon, guys. My name is Justin Jeffers. I'm the founder and writer of The Fine Young Gentleman. Today, we're going to talk about black suits and specifically why I don't think you or I should wear them. I would like to begin this video by sharing an anecdote from a couple years ago. I was interviewing students from a local university for positions at J. Butler, and a student walked in wearing a solid black suit, and I think either a blue or a white shirt. The interview went well. I decided I was going to offer the kid the internship, but I wanted to kind of make it into a teachable moment. The company is about shoes and men's style, so it's relevant. And I told the kid that I didn't think it was appropriate that he wore a black suit to the interview. And I didn't expect him to know kind of the thinking or the reasons as to why it was inappropriate. So I thought it was a great time to explain to him, why I thought it was inappropriate. So hopefully that he, going forward in future interviews and future jobs, would not be caught in the same situation or in a position where someone may judge him more harshly than I did, for wearing a black suit. So in this video, I'd kind of like to expound upon that conversation I had with a student. I ended up giving him the internship. He interned with me for 6 months. It went well, we kind of rehashed the discussion a couple times, and I don't think he's wearing black suits anymore. But it was, I think, a great opportunity for both of us because he learned something I think that was valuable and useful in his life going forward, and for me, it helped me kind of justify my reasons why I don't think a black suit is appropriate for a professional setting. We've all seen the photos of celebrities and athletes wearing a crisp black suit and a white dress shirt, not completely dissimilar to the look that I'm wearing right now, and they have some ridiculously attractive woman on their arm. Maybe they have 2 or 3 women around them. Hey, that's a great life. I wish I could live that life. I hope some of you guys can live that life. But that's a look that works on those type of guys. It doesn't always work on us type of guys. The Beatles wore black suits back in the 60s. It was kind of a mod look with the Chelsea boots. They had the knit black ties or the skinny black ties. Maybe the most famous look is the Reservoir Dogs. You have Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction. You have the Blues Brothers. Then in real life, you have Tom Ford and Karl Lagerfeld. They've kind of made the black suit their de facto uniform. Those guys are all fashion designers, they're celebrities, they're millionaires, and they kind of have those intangible qualities that allow them to pull the look off. And, again, most of us guys don't have all those qualities. We're working on it. Maybe we'll get there someday. But for a lot of us, it's just not a look that works for us. So I want to discuss 4 reasons why I think the black suit is inappropriate for a professional setting and it's inappropriate for daytime wear. There's contrast and color. There's context. There's tradition. And there's also the fact that the black suit is probably the most traditional suit for a time of mourning. So let's kind of discuss each of those 4 reasons more in depth. Let's first talk about the contrast and the coloring issues with the black suit. There are 2 parts to that argument. The first part is the actual coloring and contrast that the suit provides with the wearer, and the second is that it provides with the tie and the shirt that the wearer is wearing. Let's first talk about the actual complexion and hair color of the wearer. So me, for instance, I have fair skin, brown hair. I think a black suit looks pretty bad on me. It's not a look that I really ever wear. I've owned this suit for 8 years, and it's one of the first suits I bought. It's Ralph Lauren Purple Label. It is a super nice suit. Even just wearing it now, I can just tell that it is a super well-made suit. But then I look in the monitor and I look in the photos of me wearing the suit, and I say, man, the suit fits well. It's obviously a very well-made suit. It's very nice materials, but I just don't look good in it. I look much better in a dark gray suit or a medium gray suit, a brown suit, a green suit, a navy suit, really any color but a black suit. So for me, and for a lot of you guys who have lighter skin or fair skin, and you have brown hair, blonde hair, red hair, the blacks of the suit really just washes out your complexion. It makes you seem more pale. It doesn't provide a nice contrast with your hair, and I think it is really just unflattering to a lot of guys. Those guys who have tanner skin or darker complexion or black hair, the black suit will actually work better for you than it will for the rest of us. And I'm going to pop up a picture right now that shows 3 different guys with different hair colors wearing a black suit. And I think you will all agree with me that the gentleman wearing the black suit with the black hair looks much better than the gentleman who has brown hair or blonde hair. The second part of the coloring contrast argument is what you're going to wear with the black suit. I think a white shirt is really the best thing to wear with a black suit. Many other options like a pink or a light blue or a yellow shirt, different shades of green, really don't pair well with the black. The black just overrides all of those colors. It washes the colors out, and then you throw in a tie and it makes it even more difficult. And again, it just doesn't serve to frame the face well, and it doesn't serve to flatter the wearer. The black suit really, I think, draws a lot of attention to the suit in this large swath of black, the pants, the jacket, if you're wearing a vest or waistcoat, even more so. It draws the eyes of the onlooker onto the suit and away from the shirt, away from the tie, and away from the face, which is not really what you want to do with a suit. And the final part of that is in artificial light, a lot of warmer light sources, so like incandescent bulbs and sometimes even daylight and even in the golden hour. The way that the black suit absorbs or reflects color, it can take on kind of like a yellow or orangish hue or tint, which is not something that you really want when you're wearing a black suit. For a completely unrelated and different justification, I'm going to cite tradition as a reason for not wearing a black suit. Now, yes, there is the tradition of the people who came before us didn't wear a black suit for business, so we shouldn't. But more specifically, I'm going to say that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated wearing a black suit, and as such, as it was told to me, it's bad luck to wear a black suit. This was told to me years ago. I haven't been able to back this up or substantiate it with anything legitimate, but I'm still going to use it as a reason to not wear a black suit. Now, on a much more serious and a much more somber note, to me, black has always been the color of mourning. I think this is pretty universal across the Western world, especially when you're wearing black in a suit during the daytime. To me, that really signifies you were going to a funeral or coming from a funeral. You were in a period of mourning, and so I like to separate the usage of the black suit from professional wear versus funeral wear. So I'm not going to wear a black suit for professional wear for no other reason because I would really wear it for a funeral. Some of you may disagree with me on that. That's totally fine. I think also a dark gray suit or a navy suit is fine for a funeral, but black is also fine. It's a very formal color. It's a very somber color. So I think for the funeral it works very well. And now the final reason I want to talk about for not wearing a black suit is context. Yes, it's a little bit of the last three things we've discussed, but it's more than that. It's about how does a black suit really fit into the bigger picture of your wardrobe and the bigger picture of what everyone else is wearing. I think this day and age, the most common person you see wearing a black suit is a waiter. There's obviously nothing wrong with being a waiter. It actually can be a very noble profession, I think. But I don't want to be mistaken for a waiter when I'm out to dinner or when I'm out at an event. Furthermore, if it's at nighttime and I'm going to wear black, it's going to be for a white tie or black tie dress code. I'm going to wear my tuxedo, my tailcoat. I'm not just going to wear a black suit. And part of that's to preserve what I think is the uniqueness and the importance of those dress codes. And part of it's just because I don't look that good in black. Now, I understand the argument that at nighttime black is more at home. I don't think that's an incorrect argument. In fact, the rule is you really don't wear your tuxedo before 6 p.m., which I think is another reason why you shouldn't wear a black suit during the day. Black is reserved for very formal events, and black tie and white tie are, to me, that level of formality. There are some guys and there are some instances where you can look great wearing a black suit. You're going clubbing, it's dim lighting, you have the correct complexion or the correct hair color. But for most of us guys, the black suit is really not the ideal option. So what is the ideal option? I'd reason that it's a dark gray suit or a dark navy suit. Most guys are going to look better wearing those suits anyway. They're hopefully already going to have those suits in their wardrobe, so you can wear it with anything you'd wear a black suit with, a white shirt, a blue shirt, whatever other color shirt you want to wear, and you're going to look better in that navy suit or the dark gray suit. The last argument against the black suit that I would like to mention is that I think it is just a bland and boring and flavorless suit. Black is devoid of color, it's devoid of a lot of personality, which I know a lot of you will disagree with me on, so hit me up in the comments if you want to talk about it. But to me, a black suit is like an unseasoned and overcooked roast. No one really wants to eat that. Yeah, you can throw some ketchup on it, some salt, some pepper, some barbecue sauce, and maybe it'll taste good. But why even bother with it when you can wear something or eat something that from the get-go is going to look better or it's going to taste better? So with all my bias against the black suit, not just during the daytime, but even you could argue into the nighttime, is there really a correct time and place or correct person to wear the black suit? As we already discussed, the celebrities oftentimes do look great in the black suit. The movie characters can look great in them. For some of the other guys who have the correct complexion, the correct hair color, you can look great in them. At nighttime, maybe you're going clubbing, you're going to a very formal event. Oftentimes you see people like art openings wearing black suits. Maybe that's their style. Maybe the black suit will work in those cases. But again, you're left with, you can do better than a black suit for so many people. So we're left with the question, why even bother wearing or buying a black suit? I would argue that don't even bother wearing one, don't even bother buying one, don't spend your money on one. But some of you guys are going to disagree with me. That's fine. I think in lieu of a black suit, most men are much better off wearing a dark navy suit or a dark gray suit. It's easier to wear, it's easier to pair things with, and it doesn't wash out your complexion nearly as much. And you're going to look nearly as good, if not better. So I hope I've made a cohesive and legitimate argument against wearing a black suit. Some of you guys will disagree with me. Let's have a discussion in the comments below. Even if you do agree with me, let's have a discussion in the comments below. We'd love to see some of you guys contributing your thoughts and your experience with a black suit. If you guys want to find me in other places, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at FYGblog, on Facebook at The Fine Young Gentleman, online at thefineyounggentleman.com. Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed watching and listening. I hope you learned something. I hope this has been able to help you out. If you have any questions, hit up the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Justin Jeffers from The Fine Young Gentleman. Thank you for watching.